How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to Unorthodox Savings, and today I bring you part 2 to how you can save and make money if the markets crash again. So in this way, most of the ways of the next 5, I'm going to show you how you can make and save money on your phone immediately. It's no gimmicks, you don't have to buy anything. It's not like something like Sweatcoin where you're in like 5 cents. Actual real ways to make money that are legal. So number 1 is a survey app you can get on your phone, and it's actually called Focus Group app on there, and it takes real surveys. Now, it's not those ads you see on Instagram where it's like, I get paid for doing surveys. It's real surveys. So what happens is a company will put out an ad and they'll ask you to do certain things. So personal experience, I'll give you 2 examples that I've done. So in person, they had me drive out to Philadelphia. I live in New Jersey, and I've had to sit down at this table, and this is before COVID, but I've ate Cheerios and rated them on a piece of paper of what different flavors of Cheerios I like the best. And that was actually a lot of fun. The people were really cool. I had a blast. It wasn't Cheerios itself that did the survey. It was somebody else. I got paid $75 cash just for sitting there for 1 hour. Afterwards, so the app will ask you to fill out information about yourself. It's gonna ask your age, like where do you live by, what are your hobbies, do you drink alcohol, do you not drink alcohol if you're of age, what foods do you enjoy, do you play video games, how often are you on your phone, random questions that you might get asked during like a random conversation with a stranger, and it'll find matches of surveys and it'll email you or notify you through the app through it. And my advice is to be completely honest, because then it'll actually have you do things you want to do. It's completely random when they actually choose you, so I wouldn't bank on this being like a number 1 way to make money, but it does pay a lot. When everything was locked down, I actually made $150 on an online survey. So it had me go into so I have me listed as a 21-year-old male. A local brewery in New Jersey had me join a Zoom call on a Saturday morning. Now, I'm in bed still, I have bedhead, and they paid me $150 to sit there for 30 minutes and listen to this guy. I don't even know who he is. He just pitched an advertisement about why their beer is good and everything. Now, in their defense, I did go and buy their beer. It was actually pretty good. But I'm not gonna pin anybody here. I don't want to give any shout outs because I don't know how old you guys are, but it was really good. I recommend it. The app's called Focus Group. Number 2 is a newer app that came out. It's called Fiverr with 2 R's in the App Store. So what that does is if you can buy a service or sell a service on there, kind of like eBay, Letgo, things like that. But this one's a little bit different. I like this app a lot. I've really gotten into it personally. As you can see behind me, I have my piano. So if you're a musician and you sell lessons, if you're really good at advertising somebody's Instagram, YouTube, you can get paid real cash for just doing that. Now, you have to be valid, you have to actually provide a good service. But if you, let's say you have like a weird skill, let's say you're a magician, you're really good at card tricks, right? And you're like, I just want to get paid to just do card tricks and show people how to do it. People can spend like $5 for a beginner tutorial on how you do it. Now, let's say when they buy that, they get a video, an instructional video of how to do card tricks, and then you send them a pack of cards, right? And that's what I think personally is the future, because with everything that's happening now, people really don't want to do things in person. So if you can give somebody a piano lesson, let's say, over the internet through this app, that is a great way to do it. You can actually have like your own little store online, and I think that's really where things are start going. Now, I want you guys, if you guys do download it, I'm not affiliated at all. It's a really big app. Just have fun looking around. You will see everything you can possibly think of on there. So number 3 isn't really something you do on your phone, but it's something that needs to be said, and it's pretty obvious. If you have high interest debt, right, before you start investing into the stock market and before you start to spend any more money, if you have an interest rate, which I personally would say between like 4.5% or higher, pay that off. So if you're a college student, you have student loans, if you have a car loan, if you went into debt for any reason at all, credit cards, pay those things off. Odds are the investments you make aren't going to make you that high of a return guaranteed, So you might as well just use the income you're making to pay that off. The classic saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. So that's a recommendation to you. It's a short one, it's pretty obvious, but it needs to be said. So number four is an interesting one. There's an app, I'm not affiliated as well, it's called Instacart. Instacart is an app that will give you access to its own little debit card, and it'll send you one, and then you can do it through, I have my iPhone, so on an iPhone you do like the touch to pay thing, and you go and you buy people's groceries like a delivery boy. So let's say you're going to Walmart to pick up somebody's groceries, right? They want 5 items. They'll pay you $15 for it because that's how much the items are worth, and then they're going to give you a 20% tip on top of that. They also pay you a certain amount of money per mileage. Now, this app is worth downloading depending on the area you live in. If you live in a farmland kind of area, it's probably not worth your time. But if you live in a city, if you live in like a really close-knitted area, then this can make you a lot of money. What I did personally was I actually risked my own health. I went to the grocery store because I realized people aren't going to want to go in and do that. So I took advantage of it. Walked in there, and I got weird with it. I ended up accepting 5 orders. So when it pops up in the app, you just swipe, accepted 5 orders at the same grocery store, delivered to everybody. It worked out really well, and I made like $65, $85 just in like probably like an hour and a half of my time, I would say. And I would just do that in my spare time because I was still working during the pandemic, but I was trying to make more money on the side on the weekends. And they offer a new service which may interest you. It's actually called a prescription service. So it will have you sign some like online documents saying that you're going to keep people's information safe. You're not going to mess up somebody's prescriptions, but you can do contactless delivery. So you pull up to the drive-thru like any type of pharmacy, grab somebody's prescription, bring it to their house, you drop it off, and it's all good to go. So personally, I think that's a really good idea. I've done it myself. That's actually where I made most of the money on the app. It's just you get paid to drive around. If it's a nice day, you're playing music, windows are down, and you're just dropping off medicine, it's pretty easy. Okay, so number 5, I'm also not affiliated with this app, but I'm gonna be screen recording my phone, so I'll put it up on the screen right here. Is an app called LendMe. LendMe is an interesting app. It's a little bit risky, but it's a way for you guys to actually make money pretty fast. So down here with the app, it's I have nothing in my account so far. No money, nothing like that. I'm going to make a separate video on this to show you guys how I actually do this and how I'm going to make money. And I'm showing you with my account now while it's brand new, so you know there's no catches. So this has like the feed. You scroll down here, right? So let's click on this one. So this person, its initials are HG, and it'll give you their credit score right below that, their range. It's usually, this app's meant for people with lower credit scores who can't get an actual loan from a bank because they're gonna basically just get ripped off or they won't get approved. And then they'll give you the LendMe score, and if you hit the little information bar, it'll tell you what the rating is out of 100, if they're a good lender or not, and then you can make your decision based on that. So his payment history is 100%, which is really good, and their credit utilization is 56%, which is bad. And it'll give you colors to utilize this. So when you go on there, it'll give you right below their total accounts. So it says the more account a borrower has, the less of an investment risk they are. Fair enough. So it tells you right away. It's really easy to use. So below has your hard inquiries. Hard inquiries on your credit is how many times somebody has to go through it and process it. And they make $38,000 a year, and they have one completed loan, which means on this app they paid off one loan, whatever they asked for. Now, if I click on it, it'll tell me right here that they borrowed $203.11 from, it won't tell me the name, but and they paid it back in 1 month, back in August. So that being said, he paid it back 100%, and if you hit back here, so down below it says right now he's asking for $303.11, and he'll pay back in 1 month. Now it'll tell you your expected earnings, what you can send. Most people who are used to interest rates are gonna see like, all right, if I set it to like 11%, that's pretty high, but I'm only making $2.78. What if I brought it all the way up to 200%? I'm making $50 off that. Now you're probably saying, that's a ripoff, you'll never do that. Well, watch this. I didn't believe it myself until I did this. You go into the feed where you can basically see other people's investments. So as you look at all the interest rates, 200%, 196%, 200%, 100%, 60%, 112%. So this is NA invested $505 for 5 months, 4 hours ago, at 196% interest rate. They earned $272 for just giving somebody that money. Now it is a bit riskier. I think that needs to be said, because these people obviously don't have a good credit score. They don't have a good basically borrowing history with banks and such things. So what I actually ended up doing was I took the money from Instacart and I'm going to put this into the Lend Me app. So it's basically everything in this video is actually going to end up making me more money, just to show you guys like, hey, I'm actually utilizing what I'm doing with you. So that's all I have for you guys today. This is part 2. I just want to give you 5 more quick reasons, things you can actually do on your phone now. I didn't want to make the first part was just more of like how you can change your life around a little bit. This one I just want to make like, what can I actually do now? What, like I wanted you guys to be able to look at this video, look at a number, and just back out and just go do it now. This being said, don't forget, I'm a guy on the internet. I'm not giving any financial advice to you guys. I'm just showing you guys different apps I use. I'll leave the links below. I'm actually not getting anything from these apps when I leave the links for this time. So I won't get any offers. I won't get any benefits or bonuses or things like that. They're just for a convenience factor. But if you don't want to do that, you can just go on the App Store or Google Play and just download it from there. I'm gonna leave another link, Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a newsletter. All it requires is your email. It tells you what the markets are doing, 5 to 7 of the busiest things that are happening in the world right now, and bullet points of what you need to know. It's completely unbiased and it's very short. They also do free giveaways. They'll give you free iPads, Apple Watches, things like that. It's actually really cool. And this is all just for your email. So if you don't want to do this, just unsubscribe from the email list and you're good to go. They do a tier list and I'm doing a giveaway still. So once I get notified, if people actually end up using my link, I'm going to give that to you guys. And then I'll put the screenshot on my Instagram story to show you that I'm doing it. I'll pay for shipping and handling. And then if you want to get started investing into the stock market, I'm going to leave a link for Webull. You can get 2 free stocks if you put $100 to start investing. And then one of those stocks is worth up to $1,400. So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your time and I'll see you next time.